Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, man, we back around the water cooler. Tonight we got a nice crew around the water cooler tonight. And tonight we're gonna have a nice conversation. Tonight, man, we're gonna get into these surprises in the SEC, man. Let's get into it. Eugene and Sante, bring us in, my guy.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
You are now tuned in to Water Cooler Talks, covering everything you love about college football, especially everything going down in the SEC conference. So, if you love college football, you need to lock in. And now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Woo, woo, woo. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, man. We appreciate y'all so much for continuing to rock around the water cooler and joining us tonight around the water cooler, man. We appreciate y'all, man. My name is Nick Frazier, one half of the Water Cooler Talk podcast. We appreciate y'all so much, man. And with us tonight, man, we got the guys, we got the fam, we got them around here with us, the one, the only, from Tight Sports and Alabama Football Mega Cast. The Tight Sports. What's going on, Tight? How you feeling?
Hey, man, it's a good day for me, but it's a bad day if you're a maniacal billionaire that owns a revolutionary tech company.
That'll get fired
from your own company.
If you know who he talking about, you know what he talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
You know.
It is what it is, man. And also, our guy from It's my bad, at It's SE Season. Man, the myth, the legend himself, Auburn Tez. What's going on, Tez? How you feeling tonight, man?
Feeling pretty good, man. How about y'all?
Man, doing great, man. Doing great. Can't complain. Cannot complain at all, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler. This should be a good show, man. Tonight, we're going over the surprises in the SEC. We talking about the surprise teams that's coming up this year in 2025. We're going to go one positive. We're going to go one that's negative. So
Surprise.
We're going to talk about it tonight, man. Each one of us going to give one of each. And maybe an honorable mention. But definitely one of each. Just one of each, and then maybe an honorable mention. We'll go to that, man. Before we get into it, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Continue to rock with us, man. Follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, on Facebook, on Instagram, and TikTok. Follow us at the Water Cooler Talk. On Twitter, follow us on Twitter at CoolestPod23. And, of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and go live, as well as go follow the Avengers of the YouTube.
That's Thundercats. My bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. follow at Sharpshooters Podcast on YouTube, man. Go follow the guys, Blake and Dustin, over at the Uptempo Podcast, man. Go follow Auburn Addicts TV, DC Wolf.
Dustin, you my boy.
Exactly. Man, little Dustin, man. And of course, man, make sure you follow Tight and Alabama Sports Megacast, Tight Sports and Alabama Football Megacast, and of course, Auburn Tez over at It's SE Season, man. We appreciate y'all.
Of course, when I meet Blake, he's gonna probably crush my feelings.
this man crazy, man. Blake cool, man. Blake cool people. Man.
You don't get no better than Dustin.
Dustin cooler. What are you talking about? They both cool.
Oh my God. Cool. We'll see one day.
Auburn Dad saying, War Eagle, man. What's going on, Auburn Dad? How you feeling, man?
Oh, hell. That's what I call
Auburn Dad said, man. I think Auburn will be a surprising team, but not Florida, Tennessee, USC, or Vandy, because everyone's seen what they did last year and are now preparing for it. All right, man. JT with the quote of the day. It's time for JT's quote of the day. The quote of the day from JT. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's sleeping on Oklahoma, Auburn, and South Carolina. Okay.
All right.
Auburn, Oklahoma got new quarterback.
Alabama should be in there somewhere.
I think capable of leading a great franchise, and South Carolina has maybe the best in the country, and that is from the mouth of the South. Paul Finebaum. That's Finebaum. It's Finebaum. It's from Finebaum. That's what I'm talking about.
Lack of credibility.
Oh boy, that's hilarious, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams is in the chat. The Huggy Beard is rocking with us, saying War Eagle, man. My guy called Tyrone Green saying, what up, man? Where Anthony at, Tyrone? I know he probably pop in a minute, man. King Richard is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. His Royal Highness King Richard has entered the chat. What's going on, my guy? Saying what's up to Huggy, AU Dad, JT, and Tyrone. And what's up, King? The other king of the comments is in the building. Travell Fitzpatrick said, am I late? Nah, you right on time, man.
It's
right
the king. Oh.
Nah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. That's what it is. Tez, is SA the DJ your daddy? What?
No.
That's what I was about. Like, huh? Come on, what are we talking
about? Oh, but I'm about to say, man, I'm gonna apologize to you what I said about your sister, man, because Marcelina, woo, she got that smoke. But anyway, it's not a thing. He has a daughter named Marcelina Alexander that was in my class, and
okay, all right. I
was about to say, what is that your sister? It's been so many thoughts in that, Nick. I gotta apologize.
It's fine. Go ahead. It is what it is.
She was awesome. She was awesome. She was awesome.
Travell said, man, I started this Avengers hit. You tell this, the takes, I get it. All right, you right. Travell did start the Avengers thing.
Hey, man, he need to come on in.
He should.
Share the wisdom.
He should, but you know, Travell be doing Travell things. You know, yeah, Travell be doing what Travell do. So
all them
shout out to
CIA, ATF.
Exactly. Let's get into the show tonight, man.
Fugitive squads.
Tonight show. Oh, never mind. Wait a minute. My guy C Hall, let's enter the chat. What up, C Hall? Saying War Eagle to everybody, man. What's up, C Hall? Hope you're feeling good.
He didn't say it to me because he'd be cursing it.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. Lord have mercy. All right, man. Let's get into it tonight.
Lord have mercy.
Most surprising teams in 2025 in the SEC. So what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna go positive first. We're gonna go positive teams first.
Okay.
We're gonna go one positive team. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna give your one positive team for sure, and then give an honorable mention. You know, if you
positive,
have an honorable mention,
then honorable mention. Okay. But okay, if I don't have one, okay, I got it.
If you don't have an honorable mention, that's fine. You know, but who for sure in your ability, I mean, in your mind thought process is going to be one of the most positive, successful, surprising SEC teams in the 2025 season. If that's the one for sure, and then if you have an honorable mention, you give that honorable mention. Then after the break, we're gonna go to the negative side. Which team is gonna be the negative? Who's gonna fall off? Who's not going to be as good as everybody thinks they're going to be? That's where the fun is going to come. So I'm going to start with, you know what? Let's give Tez. Let's see what Tez got.
Tez. I'm having technical difficulties.
Let's go with Tez. Tez, who is the most surprising team in the SEC in your eyes for 2025 that is going this way on the positive trajectory?
Trending up. All right. So I got one here that I don't know if a lot of people are talking about, but I'm gonna go with Texas A&M.
Okay,
I think Texas A&M is trending in the right direction. Last year, it was 8 games, won 5 SEC games. Marcel Reese, a quarterback, but Connor Wegman's back, right? So they had
Connor Wegman transferred. He transferred. Yeah, so University of Houston.
So it's a Marcel Reese show. We saw what he was capable of, and I just feel like, and even their schedule, I think is favorable. I know we play them; they get us. That Texas A&M game is in College Station.
Yep, the 5th game of the season. 5th game of the season at Texas A&M.
Yeah, so we get them, and I think on the road. I know they got Notre Dame on the road. And I think that Texas game is in Texas. Well, it's probably not gonna matter about that. but no, yeah, it will. But yeah, so that's a team I think that could look to take Tennessee's place, where Tennessee was in the SEC as far as like a fourth best team with a 9-3 season, somewhere around there, I could see Texas A&M making that jump. Mike Elko, defensive coach, they've got the talent, right? They've been recruiting just as well as anybody. So I think they make a leap.
All right. He's going with Texas A&M to be the positive team that's on the trajectory up. All right, Tez, he got his main
They won 8 games last year, right?
Yeah, Texas A&M was like 8-4, 9-3 last year, or 9-4, one of the two.
Right.
Tez, if you have an honorable mention, hold on to it. We'll come to it after we get done with everyone. Tight. I cannot wait to hear this one because I got a feeling I know exactly where it is.
Well, when I think
I know what it is, and I think the team color is blue.
Almost.
Okay. All right.
When I think about the most impactful, I'm thinking about the person that's going to make probably the biggest strides, and I got to go with the Florida Gators. When I think about the Florida Gators, people do not. I mean, you saw the DJ Lagway stuff, and he's getting better. He's gonna improve his overall game, but even him, Mike Vicking you could, promise him a couple more wins since he knows what he's doing. But I think it's going to show some improvement. I think what people are missing on Florida, though, is that not only do they have a pretty good defensive coordinator, Rob Roberts, he has Vinny Sunseri there, who used to be he's a graduate of the Capstone Coaching Clinic. Vinny Sunseri is a co-defensive coordinator. He's going to be working in conjunction with him to make the defense even better. And they're returning. I think. Well, these guys came back to college. I will tell you, 1 minute these guys are in school, next minute they done jettisoned into the portal. But Caleb Banks and Tyreek Sapp, they were going to come back as defensive linemen, and defensive line is important, really all of football. But you know how it is in the SEC. So while they may not have been dominating until the end of the season, maybe they can dominate for the rest of the season. That could, those two players alone could be worth 2 wins. Now you got Lagway. And I think they got another running back that shows some flashes at times. Was it Jaden Ball? But he may have hit the portal. I don't know. Somebody can tell me. And they are returning, unless they hit the portal, 4 or 5 of their offensive linemen. And that's
pretty good.
That's pretty good. I mean, when I was looking around, I said, I want to say Alabama, but I mean, really, Alabama got to win, couple more games and just don't lose 7 games.
Okay.
But Alabama is but Florida is, I think they're gonna make the biggest shock. Now that probably takes them from 3 wins to like to 7. I don't know what their schedule, what their record was last year, but
Florida was 7-5, I believe.
Yeah,
they ended up being 7-5.
Now, if they end up being like a 10-win team, that would be shocking. And I think they could pull it off. I think.
Well, all right. So we got one Tez that went with Texas A&M. We got one tight that went with Florida. I think I'm gonna throw everybody off track here, but like I said, I have looked at majority of all these teams at the SEC. There's still a couple of teams I have to look at in depth that I have to look at. But one team that literally keeps jumping off the page to me, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, you gotta be out your mind when I say this, but I'm not. Mississippi State. Mississippi State, man.
They don't have nowhere to go but up.
That's the point. That's the point. Mississippi State gonna be okay. So let me make a point. Let me make a case for it. Okay, I'm gonna make the case for it. So Mississippi State was a 2-10 football team last year. All right, 2-10 football team. Jeff Lebby's first year there. Jeff Lebby came in, was not able to get a recruiting class in like he wanted to. Okay, was basically just kind of patchworking things along. You know what I'm saying? But you look at what they did last year. You look at some of the losses that they had. So they had a loss to Arizona State. They lost by 7. They had a loss to Toledo. They got blown out.
Did you say Mississippi State?
I did.
You did. I said a sports coma there for a second.
I saw that. I thought you froze up. I was like, what did he froze up? You look at it. They played Florida, lost to Florida. Played Texas, got blown out by Texas. went to Athens, Georgia. Here's some of the things that look out. They went to Athens, Georgia, and put up 31 points against that Georgia defense. Lost by 10. They lost by 10 to Texas A&M. Got blown out by Arkansas. Beat UMass. Lost to Tennessee at Tennessee. Lost to Missouri. And lost to Ole Miss. But the one thing that we can say in those games were that the offense looked somewhat like it was capable of doing something. Problem is, Blake Shapen, who was their starting quarterback last year, only made it through 4 games. Went down, had an injury, only played through 4 games. You know what I'm saying? Looking at his numbers, he was 74 of 108, 68.5%, 974 yards, 8 TDs, only 1 interception through 4 games, but he was sacked 11 times. He was on track to be right at about 3,000 yards for passing, about 30 touchdowns, and on track to only have 3 interceptions for the season. But why am I saying Mississippi State? Nick. Why do you say Mississippi State, young sir? Well, I say this. There's something called the transfer portal that Mississippi State has worked very, very well.
Oh, okay.
Mississippi State has worked it very well. They are on pack to flip their roster just as much as Auburn did. I believe Auburn's number of new guys coming in is about 44. I think Mississippi State is right at that number. Maybe below it. Maybe I think they either one below or one above. And when you look at their transfer portal ranking, they were ranked 16th in the country in the transfer portal. And when I started looking at the transfer portal ranking, I said, wait a minute. That's okay. Hold on. Let me look at these names here. So I started looking at names in schools where they were transferred from. Darian Gillette, linebacker, Texas. Jalen Smith, linebacker, Tennessee. Jerron Bledsoe, Texas, D lineman. Kobe Keenum, interior offensive lineman, Kentucky. You looking at Fluff Bothwell, who was one of the highly coveted running backs coming in the portal from South Alabama. A lot of people said that he potentially could have played in the SEC, and he's playing in the SEC now. You look at guys like Deron Reed, who came from Auburn, who didn't really get a chance to get on the field for real, defensive lineman. You look at guys like Aiden Williams, who came from Ole Miss, wide receiver. Anthony Evans III from Georgia, wide receiver. You look at Jerron Glover from Michigan State, wide receiver. You look at Brennan Thompson from Oklahoma, wide receiver. I'm telling you, they're not just getting transfers from these schools like, and it's no knock to these schools, but like Coastal Carolina, Eastern Michigan. They're not getting those type of transfers. They getting guys that have played or have been around big time programs in the SEC. Even if they didn't play a lot, they were still part of these teams and they know exactly what it's like to play in the SEC. And if you look at their roster, besides Notre Dame only brought in like 8 guys in the portal, and everybody that transferred into Notre Dame, all 8 of them came from Power 4 conferences. Besides them, Mississippi State has done just that. They have gotten a lot of transfers from Power 4 conferences, which tells me that they've gotten guys that has the size, the weight, the speed, and these guys can potentially fit the system that Jeff Lebby and Matt Barnes and Coleman Holtzen, who are the co-defensive coordinators at Mississippi State, potentially want to run. Now, when you look at who they brought in on the coaching staff, they brought in the offensive line coach from Colorado. Believe it or not, Colorado's offensive line played better this past season. And this guy, he has followed Lebby everywhere he went. He was with Lebby at Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and UCF. And they brought in Vince Dancy, defensive end and outside linebackers coach. And his thing, he came from Colorado as well. And this is the thing you got to understand about that.
You gotta stop.
No, I'm not stopping. I'm giving you the facts. I'm giving you the facts.
Hey man, I don't want your subscribers to start going backwards.
I'm giving you the facts. Believe it or not, Colorado's defense led the Big 12 in both sacks and tackles for loss last year. I'm giving you the facts.
Boy Scout League. You do realize that, right?
I'm giving you the facts. Giving you the facts. I'm telling you.
Oh Lord.
And then if you look at Jeff Levy's offense, it's Art Browser's offense. You know,
please don't make me watch it no more.
It's great. It was the offense at Oklahoma before last year. It was the one that Jackson Arnold thrived in. So it's based on personnel placement. It's based on spacing. It's based on tempo. It's based on a vertical passing game. It's based on a vertical run game. They are not trying to fit guys into it. They have a system, but they're not trying to make guys fit the system. They're trying to fit the system around the guys. So they're trying to do whatever the guys do best. They're trying to get them to do that. So I'm telling y'all, you come in, you look at what they did in the transfer portal. They brought in 6 D linemen, 3 edges, 2 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, 1 safety, and they brought in 6 wide receivers, 4 interior offensive linemen, 4 offensive tackles, and 2 tight ends. He know what he's doing, man. He's building it up. He's getting the guys that's going to play right away. That's not mentioning the high school team. That's not mentioning the high school stuff. He's coming in and he's getting guys that have played in the league. They have been around these programs, and he's getting it to where he can try to compete in the trenches right now. So I'm telling you, watch out for Mississippi State this season.
Yeah, I always watch out when they're falling objects around.
I'm just telling you. And even if you look at Mississippi State, if you look at Mississippi State 2025 schedule, you look at the schedule. They start out with Arizona State at home. They start out with Alcorn State at home. They play Northern Illinois at home. Then they play Tennessee at home.
They were 0-8. They were 0-8 in the SEC. You don't realize that, right? You do realize.
You got Texas A&M and Florida on the road.
I think Mississippi State lost to Mississippi State last year.
All right, man. All right, I'm telling y'all, don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if Mississippi State is a bowl eligible team this year.
Clip that. Clip that in the back. Clip that.
No, to be bowl eligible is only 6 wins.
6
wins. Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised
if
Mississippi State is a 6+ win team this year. And a lot of people are sitting here doubting them. But I'm telling you, look at the numbers. Look at the facts. What he's done in the transfer portal, Jeff Lebby is going to surprise some people this year. I'm telling y'all. Watch out. Watch out, Mississippi State.
I roll with Texas A&M, but I ain't. What?
But see, the thing about it, Texas A&M was in the play. Texas A&M was in the SEC title hunt all the way up to the last game of the season last year.
Right.
Who on this SEC schedule are they going to beat?
Yeah, tell me who they're going to beat.
Let's go.
So
they have.
I got okay. We'll give them. Southern Miss. Alcorn.
Southern Miss? Who was Southern Miss?
No. I'm saying like we'll give them those 3 games.
They don't. Wait. 1, 2.
I ain't giving them a Southern Miss. Southern Miss got a new coach.
Yeah, so they got Southern Miss. Arizona
they got the coach from the coach came over from Marshall.
In Northern Illinois, that's 3.
We give them 3. So all they got to do is get 3 more wins to get bowl eligible. Yes.
Okay.
All right. I would give. I think they can beat Tennessee because they play Tennessee at home.
Okay.
I think they can beat Tennessee. Texas A&M may be a stretch. Florida has a really good defense, but if you look at Mississippi State's defense, Mississippi State defense is very mature and very experienced. They got a lot of graduate transfers, a lot of seniors on their defense.
That game is in the swamp.
It is.
Where's Nick? And what have you done with him?
And the thing that you can rely on the road is you can rely on defense. If your offense is not performing well, guess what? You can rely on the defense. And the thing about them, they have experience and they have some depth on the defensive side, on the defensive side of the ball at Mississippi State. They have graduate transfers coming in. They have guys that are juniors. They have guys that are red shirt seniors that are going to be in this depth chart. So I'm telling you, you look at it, and even when you go to the offensive line potentially is going to have a sophomore who was a freshman that played last year, a junior and 2 seniors, and potentially another junior that's playing at the center position. So I'm telling you, this offensive line back together again. I'm telling y'all, that's my point. I'm looking at it. I'm saying Could they beat? They could probably beat Missouri. Missouri's breaking in. Bo Pribble at quarterback. They lost a lot. They lost a lot on the defensive line.
It's just that game is
It's at Missouri, but nobody
after
fears
Georgia.
going to Missouri. Nobody fears going. I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not
after
saying
Georgia.
I'm not saying that they would beat Georgia, but they did put up 31 points against Georgia's defense last year. This Georgia team,
game.
And I don't think this Georgia team is where they were last year at all. If you look at this roster and this depth chart, I wholeheartedly don't believe that. I think Georgia takes a step back this year, but they're not the team that I'm going. They're not the team that I'm going to put as my team that's a negative fall though. But I think Georgia potentially takes a step back this year. Potentially. Hey, I'm not gonna give them Texas. I'm not gonna give them Texas. I think Texas is probably the best team in the league right now. Now at Arkansas, I would probably give that game to Arkansas because it's at Arkansas. I would still give Georgia that game.
You don't give Florida theirs at home?
Nah, I'm not. You gotta understand. You gotta understand on the offensive side for Florida.
Big Hill Griffin, baby.
They don't have much. All they have is DJ Ladway. Okay. DJ Ladway is gonna be by himself for real. Now the offensive line is coming back. They like you said, they got 4 guys coming back, but they don't really have any outside weapons for real for him to throw the ball to. And guess what? DJ Ladway hasn't thrown the ball at all this spring. He has a shoulder injury.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm looking at this and I'm saying,
I think he'll figure it out by fall.
So you're saying they're a 6-win team.
That's
what he said.
I think Mississippi State could win 6 games and go bowling. That's the most successful team in the SEC this year. Book it.
Wow. Georgia could beat Mississippi State going backwards.
I'm telling you. I
didn't finish. Going backwards, laying down, walking on their pinkies. They'll beat Mississippi State.
I think it's only 2 SEC games that they. And then they don't know, like maybe at Arkansas is going to be a tough one too. Maybe Missouri, but that's coming after the Georgia game.
I'm telling y'all.
It's not that I don't think that they're going to be good. It's just that their schedule is brutal. Everything after that Tennessee game, at Texas A&M, at Florida versus Texas, at Arkansas, Georgia, at Missouri, that is any team, I would be looking at that and like, there's some landmines in there.
I'm like, look, gotta understand.
I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it into this test.
Go ahead.
They get bowl eligible. If they become bowl eligible, I'm going live. 50 push-ups eventually, some kind of way.
Wow.
50 push-ups.
Now let's find these 6 wins.
I'm telling you.
50 push-ups right here on Tight Sports.
I want to see that.
Southern Miss. Hey, bro. All right, let's go through the schedule right now. It's
gonna take me an hour to do it, but I'm gonna do them. Southern Miss. Are you gonna match that?
Yeah, it was 50. Yeah, I do that. I do that. Southern Miss.
All right. That's a W.
Arizona State is not Arizona State like they were last year. Cam Scatterboo is gone. Sam Levitt is back at quarterback, but Arizona State is not Arizona State from last year. Just being real.
Who's pouring these millions and millions of dollars into Mississippi State? Who's doing that again?
I don't know, but Mississippi State is spending it, and they transfer portal ranking basically solidified.
I mean, Florida did last year. Florida people said the same thing about Florida.
Colorado was number 1 2 years
schedule.
ago.
So
Colorado was number 1. They was number 1 team 2 years ago. They won 4 games.
You look at the quality that these guys are getting in the transfer portal. These guys are in transfer portal rankings. They're 3 and 4 stars. Is what they're getting. And that's what teams are getting. Even in high school,
a lot of quality players left their team, and I got a list right here. I'm looking at it. Quality players left their team to go to Mississippi State.
Yeah, teams that played in the SEC or SEC squads.
Quality players left their quality teams.
That's an interesting one though, Nick. I'm not even gonna lie to you. 2-10 overall, 0-8 in the SEC. And they have nowhere to go but up though. Like I can see them.
They don't.
Yeah. I can see a 5-win season for them.
They don't.
So Nick, I want to ask: do you use the Do you use the Philly blunt or is it zigzag?
Bruh,
Somebody's asking you.
Okay. When we sitting here,
I don't know what that means because I'm not a partaker.
When we sitting here in October,
sweating, I'm doing push-ups.
And I'm sweating here in October, and Mississippi State is a 3-3 team. Y'all gonna be like,
that's a bold take. I give you a credit.
Wait a minute now. What did Nick say?
Boy, that's madness, Taz.
Right. Let's clip this.
And like
clip
I said,
this right now. Clip it.
It's not even that I don't think
in the back, right now.
It's not even that I think that they're not gonna get better. I think they're gonna get better as a team. But this schedule is
Texas A&M.
They may not be Southern Miss.
If you going Texas A&M, right? Texas A&M lost their biggest threat at wide receiver. He's at Georgia now. Noah Thompson is wide receiver at Georgia. Okay. All right. You look at Florida. I think Florida's defense is going to be almost just as good as they were last year, especially on the back end.
I'm gonna pull up the 2024.
I think their defense is gonna be just as good on the back end. And shout out to Bob. What's his name? I just saw the comment come up. Bobby Wonka. He says Florida is loaded at what wide receiver. I'm not a hater, sir. I just read what I see. I read what I see, and what you have at wide receiver is a lot of unproven guys and unproven talent.
But you go to Mississippi State.
Because I'm looking at I'm looking at the high school and the transfer portal rankings.
Bro, let me tell you something. This is why I know about the SEC if I can for a second. This is why I know about the SEC. It's 3 levels in the SEC. Okay.
All right.
It's 3 levels.
Okay.
I wish I could break it down in all these stock books I got right here. The bottom level, there's a mid-tier level, and there's a top level.
All right.
Somehow Alabama will move down to the middle level. But anyway, to break out of your level, you do have to have a tremendous breakout year. I can just everything y'all said about Auburn, I could justify y'all breaking from one level to the next level. But you telling me Mississippi State out of this bottom rung? Oh no. No. I'm telling you, say they played Southern Miss. They play Southern Miss.
Yes, they do.
They may not be Southern Miss because old boy ain't playing. He probably just focused on Mississippi State just to F with their minds. Okay. That's probably all he focuses on this year. Can you be a Mississippi State? If I focus on it totally, do that. Serious. That's a different coach. That dude come from Marshall, giving away biscuits, walked away from a bowl game and some kind of bowl game, I think. He said, I'm gone. And he died at Mississippi State. Now they got whole slabs of bacon they're giving away. Think what he going to do now?
This man said whole slabs of bacon.
That's
hilarious.
I'm telling you, man.
It would take us. I think it would just take one of those miraculous seasons. Like it's
miracle.
I feel like Mississippi State is one of those teams that's at the bottom, if that makes sense. Like
everybody has them ranked 16th out of 16.
They are 16th. They finished 16th out of 16.
No. They have going into the 2025 season. They have Mississippi ranked 16 out of 16, and right before them, Kentucky.
Yeah,
I feel
Kentucky got two more games. They won 100% more games than Mississippi State. Kentucky won 4 games, and they won 2.
You looking at last year. I'm looking at going into the 2025 season and what they did to get ready for that.
Where is that DJ Lagway? Where is that one person on the team that's just like make you say, oh yeah, well he good. You said the dude was hurt, so I mean he didn't even finish playing the schedule.
Okay.
Art Burrows won the SEC win. What you said?
Art Browse at Baylor.
Browse.
Okay.
He didn't win the SEC. So how you know that stuff even work over here?
But this man, Jeff Levy,
how we know he got the same? How we know he got the same eye? How we know he got the same eye to see the players that Art?
Jeff Levy coached at Ole Miss. He coached at Oklahoma. He coached at UCF. What we talking about?
He 0-8 right now.
Okay, after coming in as a first year and not being able to get a full recruiting class in,
right?
Okay. Coming in literally in I think he got hired in like the end of December, beginning of January. And this man was not able to get a full recruiting class in. So you got to go out there with what you can get. Same thing Auburn did with Pay Thorne with Hugh Freeze's first year. I'm telling you, just go and look at it. I feel a lot of people are just putting them. I think a lot of people are just putting them to the back because it's Mississippi State. Like, I think a lot of people say you just looking at the school, or what people say the brand. You just comparing brands. And Mississippi State hasn't been that good. I think that's what it is. But if we take a deep dive and look into it, you look at what potentially they have starting on the defensive side of the ball, a lot of upperclassmen type guys. A lot of seniors, juniors, graduate transfers are going to be playing. You look at the offensive line. They got a freshman that played last year. He's a sophomore this year, true sophomore at left tackle. I think his name is Luke. What's his name? Luke Work. He going to be the guy. You look at guys like Blake Steen, transfer that's coming in. I think he came from Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. You look at you look at the two seniors that's going to be at guards, and then I think the senior
basketball powerhouse Virginia.
I think the center is going to be either a sophomore or a junior. So you look at that. I'm telling you, man. You look, Brennan Thompson, who came from Oklahoma, Anthony Evans, who came from Georgia. Like, these dudes, these guys were playing at these schools who were recruited by these bigger schools. Now they there because they weren't able to get on the field as much as they wanted to. So now they got a chance to get there and play. I'm telling you, watch out for Mississippi State. Watch out for Mississippi State, man.
So I'm like, okay, I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at who in the SEC last year. And I know it's not about last year, but in the SEC last year, the only team that had 6 wins on the dot was Oklahoma. They finished 4th from the bottom in the SEC last year.
It's pretty ridiculous victories they had too.
But here's the thing:
there is a path. There is a path.
We don't know what Mississippi State would have been because their starting quarterback was hurt. He didn't play. Yeah. He didn't finish the last 8 games of the season.
So there is a path for Mississippi State to win 6 games and be bowl eligible and still be next to the last team in the SEC.
Correct. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about what is
so
the
now I can. Then I'm looking at this. Maybe I can see what you're saying. If you're saying like, if you're saying that, okay, so last year the SEC had, out of 16 teams, we had 13 that were bowl eligible. If you're saying that this year the SEC is gonna have 15 bowl eligible teams, then okay, I can put Mississippi State up there.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it'll probably be 13 again because I get into this. I get into this a little bit more because I think one of those teams. I think one of those teams that was bowl eligible is not gonna have a great season this year. I just wholeheartedly believe that, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I just feel that way. I feel that way. I look at the facts that's in front of me. I form an opinion, and when I form that opinion, I look at it and I look at what wins. I look at what he did. He went in the transfer portal, got 6 D linemen, 3 edges, 2 linebackers, 4 interior offensive linemen, 4 offensive tackles, and of course, this is an offense that wants to space the ball out when they got 6 wide receivers in the transfer portal. So I'm sitting here saying, look, he wants to win now. He ain't talking about next year.
I got you.
He went and did that and got it taken care of right now. So Mississippi State, I'm rocking Mississippi State, man. And I'm telling y'all, if we get in October, and Mississippi State is 3-3, y'all gonna be looking at it like Nick said this.
That's not. Hey, listen. Nick said this. It's not that bad of an argument. I promise you. Like, but I don't know if they can get there with 13 teams. Because I mean, there's 3 teams I had to put behind them. Right now, those 3 teams would be the bottom 3 teams in the SEC are Auburn, Kentucky, and Mississippi.
I give them Kentucky. That's about it.
I don't think Auburn's going to be there. And you go to Oklahoma and then Vandy, Arkansas. I think is better. Florida. So
I'm telling y'all, y'all better get. And you know what?
That's the logic I'm using, Tez. I'm like,
it's not that I'm talking about them. It's just like, who am I gonna put behind
them? They blow up, and it'll be like Kentucky is behind them. So okay, swap places.
Here's the thing. And once we get into, I want you to hold that thought. Hold that thought. What you just said. That's it. Hold that thought. Because when you say 3 teams, I can sit here and say that there are probably 3 teams that we're looking at this year that probably won't be bowl eligible, that they can potentially jump just because of schedule and just because of roster particularly being better. Just being honest. I wholeheartedly believe that. Believe that. But we're gonna take a break right now, man, and we'll come back after these messages. and we're gonna get into
I called my therapist.
The slope, the down slope part of it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. We coming up right after.
Yawn out your seats. It's halftime.
Do you want to feel like a star? Then go to Hollywood Media, and you'll be shining. From sports interviews, athletic highlight tapes, athletic photography, Hollywood Media will make you the star of all stars. Feel like a star on the most important days of your life, from college graduation to saying I do to your forever person. Let Hollywood Media make your event star-studded. Subscribe and follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Hollywood. Shout out to our Day One supporter, man. DJ from Hollywood Media, man. Want to feel like a star? Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. That's Hollywood EY. And on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. That's Hollywood EY Media with 2 A's on Facebook, man. We appreciate it, man. Make sure you mess with the people that mess with the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. Day One supporter. As always, man, we appreciate you so much for getting into it, man. We are back. Second half of the show. We appreciate y'all so much for writing, man. Let's go ahead and let's get into these comments, because I know there was some stuff that was said in the comments that I got. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's going on, man.
It's a very interesting conversation.
It was.
Yes.
It was.
Yes, the chat is on fire.
Y'all said hi. See, y'all said Seahawks said hi, dude. He said these youngsters don't know SA the DJ. Okay. All right. Shout out to It's Me. It's Me is in. He said only 5 people will schedule a show for Bama commencement time. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care about Bama commencement time right now.
They don't care about graduation at all.
AM can't even beat AM can't even beat us, Tez. Ooh, that's what he said.
Cold-blooded.
We're gonna be in trouble. The play calling is gonna kill us. Okay. All right, man. My guy Anthony Allen in the chat. He says, "What up, fam? I'm here. My brother Tyrone just called me. I'm late in the house. War Eagle." Shout out to Anthony Allen. What up, my guy? Hope all is good, man. Texas is going to be the team to beat this year in the SEC. I would have to agree with you there. Probably the most complete all-around team. Still worried about their quarterback position. We'll see what happens there. Anthony letting us know what's up again. Anthony saying, "What up, Nick and Tez?" What up, Anthony? How you doing? I guess he's saying War Eagle. He just said hello to Tyke, I guess. Travell, Tez is Lionel Richie's nephew. Wow.
I'm not. I wish I was, though. I'm sorry telling people that.
This man is me said, "Can someone get Nick a cap so he don't look like I don't look like the Mobile Leprechaun, man. Chill out, man. It's not even real. It's not even real, bro." Mississippi State, is that coming back? Is that's the only way they win this year? All right, I'm telling y'all, bro.
Gotta get that back.
Telling y'all, watch out for it, bro. I'm telling y'all, watch out, man. Telling y'all, watch out. Bowl eligible team this year, Mississippi State. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
4-8 would be an improvement. I mean, that really would be a step in the right direction.
Yeah, okay. I'm telling you. I have looked at these teams in depth as much as I possibly can, and I'm telling you, but based on what's out now, looked at them. Telling y'all, man.
You slapping the Chris. They say you slapping.
That's what I'm saying. Nicky slapping the Chris Rock. Chill out, bro. Chill out. Shout out to Bobby Wonka for coming with us around the water cooler as always, man. We take all comments here, sir, but I'm not a hater. I just read and I look at the facts, sir. That's all it is, man.
Tell you, man. I just
the legend of Sweet Sugarbat Williams said he had to step out, but he's back. Shout out to the Huggy Beard, man. Huggy Nicky's going crazy. You didn't miss much, man. Chill out.
Wow.
Chill out, man. Nicky's up in smoke. I'm not. I'm telling y'all, when Mississippi State is bowl eligible, y'all gonna be looking at me
smoking,
huh? When Mississippi State is a bowl eligible team, y'all gonna be like, Nick said they would be. I'm be like, I'm telling y'all, I told y'all they would be, man. It is what it is, man. Shout out to Hardbone, man. Shout out to you, man. Love you, my guy. Hope all is going
on,
man. He said, tight. I'm in Tuscaloosa, tight. That's where he at. He said he in Tuscaloosa.
Richard.
That's what he said.
Well, with you
in Tuscaloosa, man.
Must be at a graduation or something.
I guess so. Tubby said he keeps winning Alabama because he keeps winning Alabama because he forced Bama to hire Saban. Okay, I guess. All right. He said he getting home fast. He said he got to get up out of there. Guys,
all that excellence get in your system and it can bring you down. I know, you get depressed. Yeah.
Man, this he said, guys, tune in. Nick not debating for AU, but MSU. Nick done lost. Man, I'm telling y'all, man. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. How many wins does AU win this year? Auburn win 10.
Just use one hand. Just use one hand. You'll be all right.
Wow, y'all something else, bro. Y'all something else. My boy Darrell in this thing, he said probably still as hell too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, man. Travell, sweet sugar bad on food with them perfume wraps, swishes, diamonds or silvers or rock. Shout out to the legend of sweet sugar bad Williams, man. Shout out to my guy, man. We in this thing, man. Shout out to DJ as always, man. We appreciate all y'all, man. We getting through this thing because we got to get to the second half. Robert Smith said Oklahoma is the team to watch for a surprise. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad pick, especially with Ben Arbuckle, especially with Marvin Jones Jr., who's going to be one of the receivers that John Mateer going to be throwing to. So I wouldn't be surprised about that as well. The Gibson brothers, he'll be throwing the ball too as well. So I'm telling y'all, man, it's potentially going to be something good. James Barnett, what up, man? War Eagle to you, my guy. Mobile Leprechaun, I bet down south Eddie Winslow ain't sounding something. Man, chill out, bro. Chill out. Let's get into it, man. All right. So let's go.
Oh my God.
Let's go. Before we do that, do y'all have any my honorable mention for a surprise team was Arkansas. That was my honorable mention. What about you, Tyke?
Honorable mention on the positive side or either way?
On the positive side.
Oh, it's Alabama. Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. I mean, Ted, who was yours if you had one?
Well, shot the world. Oh my God.
I had an honorable mention because I think a lot of people think that they're going to slide all the way up the map, but I'm going to say Tennessee.
Nah. Okay.
Say Tennessee.
All right.
That still ain't worse than what Nick just said about 20 minutes ago.
So you saying you think Tennessee is okay? Your honorable mention was Tennessee.
Yeah. No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I don't think they're a 10-win team, but I don't think they bottom of the SEC like people are predicting.
Okay.
Lost a lot. They ain't losing much to Mississippi State, but they lost a lot.
They lost just as much, if not more than Mississippi State.
Yeah, they lost a lot.
Oh. Let's go. All right, Tyke. Who you going on the negative side? Who's gonna be the
Mississippi
State? All right, tell me why, Ted. Tell me why, Tyke. Why Mississippi State gonna be?
Because their wide receiver Creed Whitmore went to Utah. JJ Harrell went to Arkansas State. Trent Hudson with the Vanderbilt. That may be a step in the right direction. Chris Parsons, he was so great. He went to Austin Peay. TB Henry went to All-State. Ty Cooper went to Tulane, then Tulsa. John Lewis went to UNLV and then West Virginia. These people trying to find somewhere to go. Gabe Moore went to Nebraska.
Aiden Williams from Ole Miss went to Mississippi State.
My turn.
Anthony Evans III from Georgia went to Mississippi State.
But we all know they didn't play there. They weren't players there. They weren't players there. That's what we do, though.
Went to Mississippi State. I'm just saying.
Colbert Allen went to UConn. McKillen Pounders went to Louisville. Somebody went to Jackson State. Another went to Marshall, Northwest Community College. Man, they lost like 30-some players. Now, the people coming in, them people was probably disgruntled. Oh, it's a long list. They lost about 40 players. If he's instilling his system, over about 33% of it just walked out the door. That doesn't include the people that may have graduated from there.
They lost 24 players. They had 24 people transfer out.
24? This list is longer than that.
They had 24. They had 2 quarterbacks, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 4 interior offensive linemen, 1 offensive tackle, 1 D lineman, 4 linebackers, 1 safety, 3 cornerbacks, and 1 punter.
Most people are saying that if they win, if they go 4-10, like Ted said, it's a step in the right direction. And they said he'll be doing a good job if he gets them to 4 wins. And you got him at 6.
That was wrong. My bad. That was the wrong team. That was my team. That was Arkansas I was talking about. My bad. But go ahead. You go ahead. I was looking at the wrong one. Go ahead.
So it's like I think Mississippi State as being, I don't even see. I just think you look at the Southern Miss game, I think that's going to be different for them. They go out to work harder than they ever did just to beat them.
Mhm.
If they can get to conference play is a problem for them. People just don't really. People say, "Well, we were better now. We can beat Kentucky. We're better now. We can beat the bottom or the." I don't think it works like that. They have to prove to people that they can actually beat those teams, and I don't think they beat any of them teams. If they get one conference win,
Okay.
it's a market improvement, and I don't even see it happening because they lost so many people. And like you said, this Blake Shapen, he still got to figure out the league as well.
No, Blake Shapen was, you right. He was at Baylor, threw for 2,800 yards at Baylor.
They gave up 34 points a game last year on defense. So what's the improvement to get them into the bowl? What, 28 points? With brand new players?
I just told you they brought in a lot of experienced defensive guys to come in on this.
So did Coach Prime that first year on Colorado, 4-8.
You're right. I guess you're right. I guess. But I'm still rocking with Mississippi State as one of the as the most surprising teams.
You owe me 50 push-ups. That's all I'm saying.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm telling you. All right. So tight going Mississippi State as the negative. All right. Tez, who you got? Who you got on the negative side?
On the negative side. All right. So I went with a team here. It's gonna be a bit of a shock.
I don't think so. I think I know.
No, it won't.
I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, and this is mainly because of what I think the expectations are. And I'm going Tuscaloosa.
I knew
Alabama Crimson Tide.
I knew
a lot of people are thinking this is a loss.
Everybody's smoking on this thing tonight. I saw you passing through there.
I think a lot of people think this is a one-loss football team. I think this is a 3-loss football team. I'm on the record, by the way. I'm on the record, by the way, that I think that Auburn and Alabama will both be 9-3 teams this year. So,
you've been dreaming. Stop. Wake up, Ted. You're driving.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I think that there's an adjustment period for coaches when it comes to playing in this league. You got an offensive coordinator who's hopeful. We're hoping that he can get the job done, but he is not adjusted to this league as well. You got a quarterback who is unproven. We really don't know what that situation is. May go in with the rookie. Didn't use the running backs last year. We're thinking the offensive coordinator is gonna make a difference there. A lot of people high on the receiving room. But yeah, I just returned a lot on defense. It looks like a good team. But then when I look at the schedule, again, I see.
Name the 4 teams they're going to struggle with.
At Georgia. I think
Georgia going backwards. Not Mississippi State backwards, but they're going backwards.
I think so I'm thinking at Georgia, at South Carolina, at Auburn, and that Oklahoma game is going to be a headache.
South Carolina just got half their team drafted.
I give you that. But there's some games on that schedule, man. You know, versus LSU, that's going to be a tough game. You got a proven quarterback coming back in a game where, you know, you'll be pushing out a quarterback who we don't know what he's going to get, what we're going to get from him this year. We can assume, but we don't know what it's one thing to see it in practice, but you know, when those live bullets flying, it's different. So we'll see.
It's like Michael Jackson told Paul McCartney, you keep dreaming.
And it's also 1 year in this system too. So it's not like he's been waiting in this one system, you know, so he's only got 1 year in this system. So we'll see what happens, man. But I'm saying 9-3 and for any other team, that's a great 9. Who wouldn't take 9-3?
We won't.
But yeah. So I think the expectations are so high that, you know, that 9-3 looks pedestrian.
We got if anybody was offensive coordinator last year, they won 10 games.
You think so?
Oh yeah. I think so.
Y'all funny, bro.
I think so.
Funny, bro. Funny.
And defense is gonna be better. So I don't know what I know why y'all feel that way. I'm gonna just let you dream. Nightmares come in the fall, but defense gonna be better.
I feel that way because I feel that way, honestly, because it was almost an 8-win team last year.
They won 9 games.
Yeah, closer to an 8-win team than you were a 10-win team last year.
I don't. You are what your record says you are. So we're 9-4, and that's it. That's all I can give you.
Hey.
Now this year, like I said, like I told DC the other day, I can explain all this to you, but it takes too long. But if I'm 14-2 at the end of the season, I think you'd be like, oh, that's what Ty was talking about.
Ty, you got to take 9 wins, man. That's not. Come on, I didn't say that y'all was gonna be a 5-win team.
If I'm coaching, yeah. I'm like, yeah, give me a pay raise. You know what I just did? I'm telling you, I just think y'all ain't reading the tea leaves. Y'all not doing your research.
The same way you do it for Mississippi State. I'm just saying
they doing this whole. They threw out a lot of stuff that they were doing, even with under Saban. They gotten away from, and the one thing they say they actually want to be strong this year. So whatever y'all saw last year, that was a weak Alabama program. It was weak. It was weak mentally, mostly physically. They threw all that little mamby-pamby explosive weightlifting stuff away. That's why everybody up there picking up weight. And they coming back. They're trying to be as physical as they possibly can. So whatever y'all think y'all about to see us try to do the Bryce show with Ty. No, we ain't doing that. Let me look more like Greg McElroy.
Hey, listen, it's the spring. We all excited about our players. We all excited about what these teams got to offer. Everybody got a story about what they doing and changing it to be different, and it's gonna be better next year. We got to see it on the field first.
You gotta see it, but I want to prepare you guys to wear eye protection because I don't want you to get blinded. when you say, man, that's secondary, man, them boys crazy. Them boys they legit. I'm saying, man.
All right, cool. All right. We got Mississippi State going down for Tight, Alabama going down for Tez. I could have went one of 3 directions, but I'm going Tennessee, man. Tennessee gonna be horrible this year. I'm telling you, bro. Tennessee gonna be bad, really bad. I'm looking at.
We will understand why Nico wanted that money.
Look at this. Look at what Tennessee had transferred out. 2 quarterbacks. Nico is one of those included. 2 running backs. 6 wide receivers transferred out. 1 tight end. 2 interior offensive linemen. 1 offensive tackle. 1 D lineman. 2 linebackers. 1 cornerback. 4 safeties transferred
out. And a lot of those people were playing for Tennessee, unlike with they were playing.
What do they have transfer in? 6 people. 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 2 interior offensive linemen. One of them was Wendell Moore Jr., 1 D lineman, and 1 kicker.
Can I throw a quote in there real quick?
They were ranked, my bad. They were ranked 83rd in the transfer portal.
Let me throw a quote in there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The guy said, everybody, the same people that were applauding him, Josh Heupel, for standing up to Nico, and the same people going to be asking for his resignation in 2 years.
Urban Meyer said that. Urban Meyer had that same quote. He was like, "Yeah."
I may have got it from here. I know I read it somewhere, but yeah.
Urban Meyer said. He said in a quote. He said, "You looking at it now, but you got to play this team." He was talking about Florida. He was like, "You got to play this team in October, but if they lose that game, what is he gonna do? Go to midfield and be like, hey guys, I lost the game, but guess what? I made the right decision back in the spring." That's what he said.
Got that bum out of here.
But the thing is, here's the thing: you brought in Joey Aguilar, dude that transferred from UCLA by way of Appalachian State. Well, I said that backwards. From Appalachian State by way of UCLA. You look at Joey Aguilar numbers from his 2 years at Appalachian State. 2 years at first year at Appalachian State, 3,700 yards passing, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 66% completion percentage. Last year at Appalachian State, 3,000 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 55% completion percentage.
Was it the system?
It's the same offensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
From the year before.
Let me ask you this about Tennessee real quick. Mm-hmm. Look at the schedule that they played last year. They lost to Georgia. They lost to Alabama. Realistically, where do you see them
in
at
Arkansas?
this
In
year?
Arkansas.
In Arkansas, right. So realistically, where do you see them at?
Tennessee.
Well, actually, they didn't lose to Alabama. I'm sorry. They lost to Georgia and Arkansas. Where do
they
you
lost
see
to
them
Georgia,
at?
Arkansas, and then Ohio State. They Tennessee had trouble on the road.
So what's a win total for them?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
They had trouble on the road. When they played at Arkansas, they lost. They played at Georgia, they lost. When they played at Ohio State in the CFP first round, they lost. And even when they played at Oklahoma, they won, but it was a struggle win for them as well. It was a struggle win, even though they won by 10 points. That was still a struggle win for them. And that was with what some considered the strength of the team being the defense, and then having Dylan Sampson, who was an all SEC running back last year.
Yes, he was. Probably
and Bruce McCoy at wide receiver, and Nico Iamaleava at quarterback. So now you about to factor in not having those guys on the offensive side of the ball. The offensive line probably will be okay. And then you about to bring in a quarterback that regressed from his first year at Appalachian State to his second year at Appalachian State behind this guy who didn't even go through a spring with Tennessee. And now you about to bring him in to come in and be the starter. Man, I'd be surprised if Tennessee wins 7 games.
7 games.
Because I'm looking at this schedule right here. They play Syracuse on a neutral site in Atlanta. And they struggled last year as a road team. Syracuse can give them a game. They can give them a game.
I can see that.
Eastern Tennessee State University will give them a win at home. They play Georgia at home.
That's a lot.
I'm giving Georgia that game. They play UAB at home. I give Tennessee that game. At Mississippi State. I'm calling it right now. Mississippi State beat Tennessee.
I think they beat Mississippi State. I don't see that one.
Mississippi State beats Tennessee.
I disagree.
That's fine. That's perfectly okay. Then they have Arkansas at home.
You must be crazy.
I'm not.
They have Arkansas at home, which is a tough game, but
it's a tough game. And you look at Arkansas. Arkansas got Taylor Green back at quarterback. Hopefully he matures in. They had 29. Arkansas had 29 transfers, transfer in, 24 transfer out. They had a 17 ranked transfer portal rated class, and they had a top 30 high school class. Arkansas is one to look at. They got to go to Tennessee. Got to go to Alabama. Loss.
That's a loss.
They got at Kentucky.
I
don't know what Zach Calzada gonna do, but they definitely got who's the wide receiver that transferred from Alabama to Kentucky. What's his name?
Kendrick Law.
Kendrick Law. He'll probably be their number one option there at Kentucky. Right. I don't know what Kentucky's defense. I haven't. That's one of the teams I haven't looked at in depth.
Kentucky's one of the biggest wild cards in the SEC this season.
Yeah, I haven't looked at them in depth yet. I haven't looked at them in depth yet, so I can't give you a full breakdown on that. So I don't know. Right now, I give them Kentucky. Oklahoma lost, and they play Oklahoma at home. New Mexico State, I give them New Mexico State. At Florida, it's a tricky game. That's a tricky game for me. It's a very tricky game because by that time, Lagway should be lathered up. It's the second to last game of the season. He should be lathered up. Hopefully, those receivers that they got, one of them has broken out and has become a go-to guy. I'm just saying, baby.
They're not winning that game.
So I'm gonna still give Florida that game.
Mississippi State gonna walk in the swamp and come out victorious.
Who?
Tennessee, Mississippi State.
What you talking about?
They're gonna hand out a W for more victories.
You said that Mississippi State will win at Florida.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
Earlier?
You did.
I didn't say they would win in Florida. I said it'll be a game.
Okay. I get you.
That's what I said. I said it'll be a game. Okay. But I said as of right now, I wouldn't give them that game right now just because Florida's defense is probably the better defense between the two. I still have to see what this mature defense at Mississippi State does this year first before we get into it. But then they got Vanderbilt. They got Vanderbilt, and then Tennessee got Vanderbilt on the road at Vanderbilt. It's an away game, but I'm pretty sure Tennessee fans gonna travel for that. It ain't nothing but a 3-hour ride from Knoxville to Nashville, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna make that trip over there. So it should feel like a home game. Right now, I would probably say the Syracuse game, I would probably get that game to Syracuse. probably get that game to Syracuse. I would go 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, 3-5, 3-6, 4-6, 4-7, and I probably give them the Vanderbilt game 5-7. That's probably why I have Tennessee at 5-win team. Maybe a 6-win. Maybe a 6-win, depending on what happens with the Syracuse game. Maybe a 6-win team.
Where would you have them with Nico?
Probably.
How many wins do you think he's worth? If he's a 5-win team without him, how many wins do you think?
I thought it was going to get back to 9.
Nah, not
because they lost
your number one receiver.
Well, they would. I think they would have passed. They'd have found a receiver, but I think they're going to find the problem is finding that arm talent and having it to perform. First of all, in front of their big old crowd, and then everybody else's big old crowd. Because he had to get used to that himself, and just starting over is just difficult. So I thought, like I said, 8 or 9, but without, he left for a reason. He didn't. I mean, it was money. He was staying for the money, I guess. But maybe he thought the money was going to get him out of there.
I'll probably have Nico with this team coming back. I probably have them. I think Nico would probably win you the Syracuse game, and for sure, he could possibly get you.
Arkansas.
He would possibly get you Arkansas at home.
So that's 8, right?
That will put you at 7. Because I have him at 5 and 7, so I'll put him at a 7-5 team. I think he can get you 2 wins. But without him, I think they have 5 team.
I think there'd be 6. 6, and then with Nico, I think 8, 9, somewhere 8.5. I put it that way. But they lost a lot.
Y'all really don't believe Mississippi State, bro. I dare y'all to go look at Mississippi State. Just go look at it when y'all get a chance, bro. Get a chance. When y'all get a chance, go look
at it. I looked at them enough earlier. I mean,
oh
it's just,
my God. Oh my goodness.
It's ugly. It's nasty.
I guess if y'all say so. I guess.
It's like
Mississippi State is going to go bowling.
Man, hey.
Probably so, like, but not going to a bowl game.
Yeah, they going to a bowl game. That's what I mean when they go bowling. Marking. Guarantee it. In the words of Chuck. Mississippi State is going bowling. They're going to a bowl game, ladies and gentlemen. Guarantee.
Well, last time they've been to a bowl.
That's a great question.
That is a great question. That I don't know.
That is a great question.
Let's look that up.
Oh, I looked that up now, but yeah, last Mississippi State. Took it off the line. Can't do it that way. Can't be in airport mode and get on the internet game. Dummy.
It's 2023.
Yep. They play Illinois.
I was quick.
And they beat Illinois 19-10.
The great Illinois powerhouse.
So they not that far off.
They way off.
Far off. No, they not. They
way off.
They not. Mississippi State is going to a bowl game. Guarantee it.
So you're saying
they're going to ride with Lane Kiffin.
Oh. Mississippi State and Tennessee are essentially going to swap spots. In your opinion.
And that's what I can't get through my head, because I was saying I can see them being better than Kentucky. That's an improvement. But Tennessee and Kentucky, no, come on, cuz.
Okay, here we go. Here are some of the teams I feel. Kentucky. Well, let's look at some of the teams that were bowl eligible teams. So from Oklahoma on up. So basically, you're looking at Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Missouri, Ole Miss, Alabama, LSU, South Carolina, Texas A&M, Florida, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, and Oklahoma were all bowl eligible teams last year. Okay, so I can look at these teams. I'm gonna look from. I'm gonna take Tennessee out the top. I'm tempted to take Missouri out of there because I don't think Missouri wins 10 games this year. I think Missouri is probably possibly could be in that 7-6 category, 8-5 category. I look at South Carolina. I think South Carolina regresses back because Lenoir Sellers is literally all they have on offense. They literally lost majority of their defensive front.
They lost a lot of defense.
You see what I'm saying? So they're bringing in, guys that are coming back, but in what they did in the portal, like I'm looking at South Carolina. South Carolina was ranked number 18 in high school recruiting, and then number 15 in the transfer portal right before Mississippi State, in transfer portal rankings. So could they potentially take a step back? Could they be an 8-win team or a 7-win team? They still got to score the football. You see what I'm saying? I'll probably move them back, but let's look at these schools right here. Let's look at Vanderbilt. I would probably move them back. I think I don't think Vanderbilt is a bowl team this year. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think they are. They lost a lot in the transfer portal.
I think Vanderbilt regresses to Vanderbilt.
I think so. That's 2 teams. So that's Vanderbilt and Tennessee that I have right there. And then if I want to, I probably will put. I mean, so that's 2. That's Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and Tennessee.
I don't know about the Tennessee one, but I got you.
That's Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and Tennessee, and that will put Mississippi State as a 6-win team in that order. Well, I'm not in that order, but based on that, that's why I would put them at. And then Auburn, I feel like Auburn is a 10-win team, so I think Auburn probably replaces Tennessee, that Tennessee spot. And yeah, but then the wild card to me here is Florida. Florida is a big wild card to me. That is a very big wild card because DJ Ladway hasn't thrown the ball all spring. Mm-hmm. And from the look and from what everybody's talking about, his shoulder that was a serious shoulder injury. Mm-hmm. Blake Shapen had a shoulder injury as well too, but he was throwing the ball within like 3 months after his shoulder injury. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying he
hadn't been throwing the ball at all.
That's a lot. I mean, first of all, I told you 3 tiers. You got Tennessee falling through the upper tier. They finished 3rd in the conference to the bottom of the conference in 1 year. I do have them coming down to that 2nd tier, but that's a long way.
I got Tennessee to get to Mississippi State as an 8-win team. That's what I'm saying.
I can see them basing out at like
not that far.
I'm looking at maybe 6.5, 7, but
5,
not
6,
to
5.
Oh my God, that's too much.
5, 6 wins.
That's just too much. It's just too
5,
much.
6 wins.
So where do you have Ole Miss?
Oh, I got Ole Miss still where they at. Ole Miss is good because you got to understand, like, it's proven with Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin take transfer portal class. It doesn't matter to him. Like it doesn't matter to Lane with Kiffin. I still got Lane Kiffin probably a 9-10-win team this year as well.
They probably 12-0. He stopped doing stupid stuff.
I agree with you there. So I'm not taking that away from Lane Kiffin. He's proven that at least. It's just the small stuff. If he, like Tight said, if he stopped doing the dumb stuff in certain situations, he'd probably be an undefeated team. So I still got Ole Miss there.
And their schedule is just my God. Like, see, their road schedule is at Kentucky, at Georgia, at Oklahoma, at Mississippi State. That's it. The rest of them games on the schedule, Ole Miss schedule, like, I don't know. Maybe the at Georgia, at Oklahoma, probably the toughest stretch. They got South Carolina after that.
Right.
But literally the rest of that schedule is Georgia State, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tulane, Washington State, the Citadel.
Tell you, man.
I wish we had that one.
Who is your honorable mention negative slide type?
Oh, it's going to be Tennessee.
Okay. All right. What about you?
I think.
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Well, even with Nico, they were expected to try to look for that 10th, 11th win, whatever. But without Nico, because I got an ex-roommate, he hated Nico from the day he got there. But he's still expecting them, like, ooh, he's out the way. Let's go ahead. Now we can get that 10th win. I'm like, I don't think it worked like that.
How would Joey Aguilar you not? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. They just think that anybody can get in there and do what they run those offenses, but I'm like, that offense, and I'm like, no, they can't. And but it's a lot of people they're still expecting to do better than they did last year. They were 1 game away, and I think they're definitely gonna go backwards with Nico. But I hope they're happy. Really, I don't.
I was about to say it. Tell what you mean. What you talking about?
They got him out of there, you know.
Who's your honorable mention, Ted?
Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Vanderbilt. I think a lot of people, because of Diego Pavia coming back, a lot of people thinking more of the same in terms of wins. I just think that, you know, after a year seeing that come through the SEC, that all of these teams have probably kind of figured out in the defensive room that, hey, we are bigger and stronger than they are. Why are we trying to get creative? Let's just push them around. So I think that's what you see. I think you probably see a pretty good year from Pavia, but I don't see them making the run like they did this year.
Okay, all right.
I know they tight end. It puts a pretty good tight end right now, but I didn't look and see. I would look at their transfers to see if they brought any graduate linemen. Cause see,
that's interesting. Yeah, you're right about that.
Well, that's what they did last year. And the thing is, they can get quality linemen in there. Cause say you're a smart dude, but you at Michigan State, or you're at Wisconsin. It's like, yeah, one more game here at Wisconsin, and then you find out they're looking for linemen at Vanderbilt. You're like, I sent an application. I never heard back. You know what I'm saying? Let me see my game film, and you know they get really good quality people on that line that know how to play. And then you got Jerry Keel in there. He's putting his potion in there thing.
Yeah.
All right. So to your point, Ty, I just put. Oh wait, it just went away. Hold up. Here we go. All right, I got it back up. So to your point, transfers. So what they had transfer in at Vanderbilt. Come on, computer. Come on, computer.
We do not run our computers anymore. They're run by external entities that I do not like or appreciate.
So this is what they had. This is what they had transferred in. All right. So they had a offensive tackle transferred in from Sam Houston State, defensive lineman transferred in from Yale, defensive lineman transferred in from North Carolina, defensive lineman transferred in from, is that Washington? I think Wyoming. Excuse me. Defensive lineman transferred in from Louisville. Defensive lineman transfer in from, I don't know, offensive tackle transfer in from, I can't tell what the school is. Another wide receiver transfer in, another offensive tackle transfer in from a smaller school, interior offensive lineman transferred in from Texas Tech, long snapper transferred in from Washington State, wide receiver transferred in from Mississippi State, safety transferred in from Florida Atlantic, wide receiver transfer in from Virginia Tech, cornerback Jordan Matthews transferred from Tennessee to Vanderbilt. Offensive tackle. This is a good one. He transferred. This is a guy that's from a Power 4 conference. Offensive tackle transfer from Oklahoma State to Vanderbilt. Interior offensive lineman transfer from Liberty. Defensive lineman transfer from Texas. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Got some defensive lineman transfer from Texas. D lineman transfer from Virginia Tech. Punter from Washington State, and linebacker from Alabama.
So they're getting a lot of people. What's the name of the linebacker?
From Knott. Keanu Knott.
Yeah, Keanu Knott. Yeah.
Knott.
So it's like a lot of people coming in. They graduate. You get a graduate degree from Vanderbilt. It's worth a lot. But
so
they gonna filter through him, and I think they're gonna give him the line. But I do agree with Tez to a certain extent. It's like they had an aura,
bro. Ooh.
They had an aura going. Like they were really sneaking up on people. I mean, you see how they hit us in the head. We was walking down the street, and then walk around the corner. Then Pavia just jumped and hit us. There, nobody, everybody sees them coming now. I mean, it started at the end of the season, really. Like the end of the season, folks was like, "No, you ain't about to punk us like y'all did Alabama."
Yeah,
they had a lot transfer out too. So wow.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I look at their schedule, man. At Virginia Tech, that's a toss up if I ever seen one.
Right.
You know what I mean? At South Carolina is probably a loss. Then they got Georgia State, Utah State, which is probably gonna be a tough game for them. I don't think they beat Alabama again at Alabama. They not. I don't think LSU comes in there and they don't beat LSU. Missouri, I think, is a better team than them. They're not winning at Texas. They're not beating Auburn again. Kentucky's a toss-up. And then at the end of the year, at Neyland Stadium, at Tennessee, they probably going to lose that game too. Like, they were 3-5 in the SEC last year. It wasn't – they had a good year because they won 7 games.
Right.
But realistically, in this conference, they didn't do very well at all.
True.
They cracked from the bottom tier into the upper tier. I mean, sorry, the second tier.
Guess what? They
for the first time in a long time.
They were bowl eligible. They were bowl
eligible. But I'm saying you're saying that Mississippi State is going to do that because you expect it, and I don't see it.
They're going to be bowl eligible. Mississippi State is going to be a bowl eligible team this year.
Okay.
Tell y'all. I'm waiting on the 50 push-ups tight.
But hey, by the beginning of November, I'm gonna be singing that back to life, back to reality. Back to life. Oh God.
The only reason I want Nick to win is because I want to see the 50 push-ups.
Man. Gun show, baby.
Oh, bro, man. Let's see what's going on. Isme said, I want the pot of gold, Nick. I am not the Mobile Leprechaun. Stop, bro. I am not the Mobile Leprechaun, man. Isme said, man, Tennessee is done. Got a lot of coaching to do. Got a lot of coaching. Yes, they do. This is going to be Josh Heupel's. This is going to see what type of coach Josh Heupel is on the offensive side of the ball. How Mississippi State going to recruit kids to that Cal school? No ladies, no money. Okay.
No ladies.
I know a lot of people that went to Starkville and had a great time, bro. I know a lot of people that went to Starkville and had a great time. I mean, I'm telling you. Hold up. Has Nick been making a case for Mississippi State to be anything other than Mississippi State? Scandalous. Yes. Mississippi State. Mississippi State is gonna win. Is gonna go to a bowl game this year. Guarantee.
Wow. Man, I don't know. I don't know about that. Shout out to Mississippi State though.
Tez needs to worry about the 5-peat, not Bama. Man, chill out. Ain't no 5-peat.
5-peat.
The real said, talk to him, Tez. That's what I'm talking about, man. Jermaine Mims said, leave the drugs alone, Tez. That's what he said.
Wow.
He said, wow.
Tough out there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody on your dang Auburn dad. Come on, bro. He said nobody on your Mississippi State train, Nick. But I can see Bama losing 40. All right, man. I'm telling y'all. By October, y'all gonna be looking at it and y'all gonna be like, Nick was right.
By October.
I'm telling y'all. They gonna be like, right, I'm trying to watch, but these guys talking Mississippi State and Bama losing, not sure how you stomach this bunch. Man, chill out. Chill out. Shout out to Isme, bro. Shout out to him.
Was gonna lose 3 games.
See what I'm saying? I've never seen a team win 9 games under a new coach being viewed as a failure. AU World sells their souls for that record. Whoa, sell our souls for the record?
No, we ain't selling no souls around.
That's tight. I'm gonna see if same Tennessee fans dodging Nico. Will they be still
dogging Nico?
What I said, dodging Nico. Will they be still applauding Josh Heupel come November? Agree, man.
We gonna see.
They would not be Mississippi State. They would not be Mississippi State. Tennessee's not gonna be. I'm not the Mobile Leprechaun. It's me. You gotta stop that, my guy. Righteously, bro. I'm ready for AU to get good enough to start playing in some kickoff classic games. It'd be cool to start the season by winning a cool trophy in prime time. When the last time Auburn had a kickoff classic? Was that against Louisville?
I think Pat Dye played. I think y'all took on Pat Dye played Clemson. I think it was 1982.
That is tight. That's way far back. Come on, tight. The last one I remember was when we played Louisville.
Woo!
That's the last one I remember. I want to say it was like 2017, 2018.
I'm surprised they didn't make this like a kickoff classic. I mean, it is the only game in town because it's on that Friday.
Hey, JC.
The Baylor, yeah. Shout out to Tay-C, man. What's going on? Not saying the words, but shout out to Tay-C. Not saying the words.
Okay.
Daryl said, man, hopefully this year, this the year, Huggy. We sure need it. Yes, we do, bro. We sure do need it. What we got here, man. The Huggy Beard himself said, I also love to see Bama start the season by getting thumped by the nose, then end it by getting thumped by AU. You heard me? Like they did Michigan. They got beat by Michigan the first day of the year. They got beat by Michigan the last day of the year. The last day of the same year. Tight don't like that.
Lost in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean the first one we lost in the playoffs, so I'll take that one.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a good comeback. I can't say that.
I mean, I wish you were there. I think the entire show should be. What do you say? Devoted to who?
I give you that. Oh, my bad. I missed it. He said, I think the entire show should be devoted to the 5-peat until it's not a man. So we're gonna talk about the 6 in a row. Then we're gonna talk about the 6 in a row.
No, we're not, because there's
5-peat.
There's so many championships ago. Anyway,
wow, bro, this is crazy.
It's true. You don't go. Never talk history with Alabama fans, people. That's
because some of it ain't even real. Y'all just claim stuff that ain't even real.
There it is.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true. I just tell people pick a year. Pick a year that's like past 10 years. We still probably won more championships than whatever team is trying to address me. So it don't matter to me. You want to start at 78? Want to start in 1990? Can I go 55? Well,
that don't even count.
I went around there.
That won't even count. Shout out to B Sharp Sharpshooters Podcast, man. Make sure y'all go to B Sharp at the Sharpshooters Podcast. They on their way to 800 subscribers, man. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe over there, man. Huggy said, most importantly, shout out everybody for all the love yesterday. After I blanked out, I was up till 4 a.m. So I rewatched the show. Appreciate it. Y'all beyond Superfly. You heard me, yeah, man. We keep you in our prayers.
Yeah, man, Mr. Beard.
You already know it, my guy. Jason Jackson, what's up, man? How you feeling, man? He said just like teams figured out Johnny Manziel. You talking about when they were talking about we all talking about Diego Pavi and Vanderbilt, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to B Sharp for looking fly down south, bro, man. I guess not transferred in from Alabama. Yeah, he transferred to Vanderbilt. Not is a really good edge. That's what I'm talking about, Jason Jackson. And look what he said. Look what he said. I agree. I feel MSU gonna be bowl eligible also.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm not by myself. Shout out to Jason Jackson, man. Shout out to Jason Jackson, bro. Shout out to Jason Jackson.
Jason, you want to split Mick push-ups with him?
I'm telling y'all, when this happens, y'all gonna look at Nick and be like, it was right. It was right. I'm trying to tell y'all.
It could be possible, man. It could be possible.
6'6" and a shot at your mammy ain't about nothing.
Look. All I said was they'd be bowl eligible.
Yeah,
all I said was Mississippi State to be bowl eligible. That's it. And all they gotta do is win 6 games.
I think it's a greater chance of that happening if we can get 15 teams bowl eligible in the SEC.
Nah, because I already told you. I think Tennessee.
I think that's more possible.
I think Tennessee fall out. I think Tennessee fall down a lot. I'm just being real. I don't think Tennessee gonna be good this year, bro. I don't think Tennessee gonna be what people think they are. I think Tennessee gonna have a collapse.
You got them in the third tier of the SEC.
I do.
Wow.
I do. I think Tennessee is gonna collapse this year. I think it's gonna be collapse. They're gonna collapse. You know what? I don't remember saying they're gonna beat Florida, but guess what? I'm gonna stand on it. Mississippi State gonna go into Florida and win. I'm gonna say it. See, that want me to say it? Mississippi State is gonna go into Florida and win. I say it then. I stand on it. So I got 2 things I said. Mississippi State gonna go into Florida and win. And Mississippi State gonna be bowl eligible. Rocking with it.
Okay.
Let's make it happen.
Wow.
I was trying to see if they play somebody from Florida outside of Florida, but nah. No, you talking about the Gators.
It's just Mississippi State. That's what y'all just looking at it. But I'm telling y'all, man, Florida cool. But remember, Florida struggled at the beginning of the year.
Again, like I said, it's the stretch, man.
You better watch that. You better watch that Southern Miss game,
bro. Mississippi State about to put it all Southern Miss, bro.
At Arkansas, Georgia. This stretch of games will be brutal for anybody in this league.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Fellas, we reached an hour and a half. It's been a great conversation. Ted, tell them where they can find you at, my guy.
Man, you can find me at It's SEC Season. Yeah. So I know I said that I would have content today, but I have a lot going on. So I apologize if you've been waiting for said content. But I have been able to work on a lot of things. You should start seeing some shorts from me real quick if you subscribe to the channel and floating around. But yeah, you can catch me there at It's SEC Season on YouTube and on Twitter. And my personal Twitter is at codename Tez. And you can also find me on Sharpshooters Podcast. If you're not subscribed, please go subscribe over there. We are like maybe 10 people away from 800. So let's go ahead and get that, make that happen.
Yep. Shout out to them. Shout out to Tez for rocking with us, man. Tight. What can they find you at, my guy?
Well, come over and see me at Tight Sports at Blue Sky, YouTube, Facebook. Well, we don't talk about craziness like Mississippi State going to somebody's bowl game and wasting all that gas money just right in there to get beat down at the Poulon Weed Eater Bowl or your mammy ain't about nothing bowl. That's in Pascagoula, Mississippi, probably.
Y'all funny.
And before we, please be sure, before you leave, go ahead and poke that like button right in the eye. Just poke it right in the eye. Let the algorithm know what we're doing over here. And this has been really interesting, but Nick, just stop it. Stop it. Get some help.
Not the Jordan meme. Not the Jordan meme, bro.
Just stop it. Get some help.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure I go follow Tyke over at Tyke Sports Alabama Football Megacast as well, man.
What else?
Of course, go follow. I got DC Wolf over at Auburn Addicts TV as well, man. Go hit the subscribe button and like button over there. Watch some content over there. We'll follow our guys Blake and Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast. Shout out to them as well. And of course, Sharpshooters Podcast.
Dustin, you my boy.
Oh, YouTube, man. And of course, if you have not already, man, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, share the video here on Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. We appreciate y'all so much for continuing to rock with us here around the Water Cooler as always, man. Before we get up out of here, man, let's get these last comments in before we get out. Computer is moving slow. Why is it moving so slow? Man, oh man. Rumor has it. Shout out to Jason Jackson. Rumor has it Oklahoma gonna have the best defense in the SEC. Wouldn't be surprised. Or one of the best. I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Yeah, they've been near the top.
Huggy Beard said, yo, Tez, once I catch my breath, we're gonna link up and lay some rhymes down. Real talk. You heard me?
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm the show you've been looking for.
Boy, wow. That's that old school. That's that
boom bap. That's that old boom bap.
These are breaks. Bring it up. Ladies and gentlemen, man, as always.
I could never say Curtis Flow.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, we'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m.
Why are you
Central,
so upright?
Around the Water Cooler. Until then, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed. Make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his because he deserves it.
Good night, Tide fans. Sleep well.
Until then, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Until then, one love, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? We out this thing. Eugene Asante,
Boys
take us out, my guy.
You're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.